Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Lovely stuff.
Hey, lovely, lovely.
I tell you what, though, folks, that's bloody nice. That is bloody lovely.
Lovely Holland. Lovely touch. Lovely Holland. Lovely touch.
Hello,
and you are
very welcome to the
another
Lovely Show.
episode of the Lovely Show.
What's up, hum jobbers?
I hope none of you are suffering with hay fever the way I am, because it's fucked.
Justine is
Struggling.
drawn in silage all last week, and her eyes are hanging out of her head.
Oh, good God, it's
How
not
do you
good.
get hay fever in Dublin? There's no hay.
Tell you what it is, your brain gets confused. Not your brain.
Your brain gets confused, so it does.
I go home. Here's what happens. I get used to the hay fever and pollen count in Dublin. Then I go home and my body is fucked up because it's like, whoa. We
Yeah.
just developed a system
Overload.
to deal with the pollen count in Dublin.
Yeah.
Now it's all haywire. And then you're at home.
No pun intended,
No
eh?
pun intended, eh? And then it goes through the roof at home. And then you're just adjusting to that. And then you come back to Dublin and it's trying to fucking figure out where you are
Your
all
body
over
doesn't
again.
know where you are.
Doesn't know what's going on.
What's going on?
It doesn't. And it is torture. It's actually horrific.
Why does the body not process hay?
I'd love to know, am I a celiac possibly?
Are you allergic to silage?
No, I used to
It's an easy way to get out of it, isn't
eat
eat silage.
In school, we were made eat silage to test if it was good silage or bad silage.
So in other countries, they test products on animals, but in Nobber, they test animal products on humans,
Yep.
specifically tiny children.
And I'm fine now.
Have they ever tested like animal makeup on you ahead of a
no.
dog show or something?
No, I mean, I do that freely anyway, though, clearly, you know. I'm at one with the dogs.
Well, it's a good sign. It means the summer's coming.
It is, and look at Kevin, I'm sorry, I know you hate me talking about this, and I'll be quick.
Is it
I'll be
your
quick.
body problems?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's the GAA All-Ireland quarterfinals.
Skip ahead.
No, I am
Just
not
skip
skipping.
ahead.
Look, at Cav went out at the weekend, they were playing Kerry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Loud
I
let
didn't
out,
even know they
they were
lost.
playing Donegal. I'm sorry for your loss.
It
But
doesn't affect
now
me in the slightest.
we have the quarterfinals this weekend. Meath, for the first time since 2019, are in the quarterfinals.
Wow. What
We
does
are
this mean
playing-
for Meath?
It means football is finally back. Okay,
Yes.
the whole country can celebrate.
Is football coming home? Football has grabbed its jacket. It has rang a taxi.
Stick the kettle on.
Stick the kettle on. It's ringing ahead to the chipper. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
The usual, Breda, the usual.
Breda, I'm going to pick up a spice burger and a bag of curry chips because football is
It's
well and
coming
truly
home.
coming home.
Do you know what my most toxic kind of guilty hate about myself is? I love that song so much. Like, I love
Football's
it.
coming home.
Football's coming home. Like, I love it.
Three
And-
lions on the shirt.
3 lines on the shirt.
Is it lions or lions? It's lions.
I have lions in my head.
It's not an ad for Umbro.
But maybe it's lines because there's 3 lines on the crest.
No, it's 3 lions.
Isn't it?
They have
Yeah.
3 blue lions, don't they, in the English team?
Yeah, 30 years
It's like one
of
isn't
hurt.
enough. We need 3 lions.
Fuck off.
First of all, who's in charge there?
Yeah.
Lions are, it's like one dude and then a load of lady lions, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have 3 male lions together. They're going to kill each other.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? The Lion King.
So you love that song.
I do.
Yeah.
And I had to stop myself listening to it last year because I knew it was going to be on my Spotify Wrapped if I didn't.
Oh God, the shame.
Like I could never post that, obviously.
No, you'd be scrubbing your phone.
No, completely. But because I was in London there for a month, or anytime I get a flight to London, I just put that song on and I get excited. I don't know
Wow.
why. It's something not right
Apparently,
with me.
coppers are introducing a similar thing to United States Customs, where they will check your phone for any pro-England propaganda that
Is
you
it
might have.
pro-England or is it just
No,
anti-USA?
if you go into try getting into coppers and 3 lines on the shirt is your top 5 songs,
Yeah.
you'll be kicked out.
Yeah.
You'll not be let in,
Yeah. That's understandable.
and it's only right.
Yeah. But they are clamping down on that. What is it? They want to scrub everyone's social media before
So
they go into
if you're trying to get into the United States,
on a J1
United States,
specifically.
I'm going to say it like Michael D. Higgins. If you're trying to get into the United States, then you need to scrub your social media.
Now, not physically. Can we just stress this?
Don't take a
Because
Brillo pad to your phone.
Don't do that. It'll not end well. Just in case there's any confusion.
Yeah. This is if you have said anything derogatory towards America, its culture, its presidents, or the principles of the founding fathers,
Yeah.
then you could run into a bit of hassle.
Yeah.
If you've got pro-Palestinian stuff, you could get a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So it's advising. I heard a guy on the radio who's advising young people, just go through your phone,
Yeah.
delete anything from WhatsApp, anything, even jokes.
It's mad.
You can't make jokes anymore.
You can't. Well, we knew that.
Have you anything dodgy on your phone that you'd have to scrub if you're going to America?
I would have to explain who owns these dogs because there's a lot of pictures of dogs that aren't mine.
They'd think you're into dog fights or something.
Jeez, I hope not. There's
Yeah.
no images like that now.
Why have you got so many sexy
Like, why
dogs?
is that dog wearing a suit? Like, when he's going to work, it's a business day, and he looks happy in the suit. It's a great series of images. I don't know who made them, but they're great.
I mean, I think pro-dog stuff is fine.
Right?
Yeah,
that should be
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Did I tell you about there's a charity shop that I went to in London and I just think they got the name wrong. It was like for animal charities, but it was obviously set up long before the events that happen in America, and it's called All Dogs Matter. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. And I was going to buy their jumper because I really wanted to support it, but then this jumper just has All Dogs Matter in
All
huge.
Dogs Matter.
And I was like, oh no, I can't buy
I
this.
think that's fine. Because it's not like certain breeds of dogs face discrimination or an indiscriminate amount of cop shootings. So I don't think you would get like groups of dogs getting offended by all dogs.
I
matter.
thought more.
Plus, they can't fucking read.
Yeah, but I thought more there might be humans who take offence to it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes. I wasn't really concerned about the dogs coming after me, Kevin.
Fair enough. Well, the last thing you want is a pile of rowdy dogs. coming after
Rottweilers
you.
is the last thing you
Rottweilers,
want.
Yeah.
Coming after you.
I think you're well within your rights to wear an all dogs matter.
No, I bought stuff from the shop, but I just didn't buy the jumper.
What about
in
an
the end.
all cats are bastards?
I'd
I would wear an all cats are bastards t-shirt.
or ACAB. ACAB. is it?
ACAB. But I mean,
yeah.
that also stands for all cops are
Yeah.
bastards. So you go running hassle again getting through immigration. I think all cats are bastards are fine. All dogs matter. You could offend.
But I wonder if you said, oh, it's actually all Canadians at US borders, would they be like, come on in?
all Canadians are bastards.
Would they like that?
Even
I personally wouldn't like them
you
saying
could
that,
you could
just to
ruffle some
clarify.
Canadians' feathers.
I wouldn't want to do that. I think Canada's great.
They could-
Canada,
they could
Canada is
they
great.
could write you a very strongly worded letter.
They have the greatest cake I've ever eaten in my life there. It's called a Billow Log.
Go on.
And it's a Vashon cake brand and it's from Canada.
What's fashion?
Oh, it's just a brand. It's the name of the brand. Like, it's like McVitie's here.
Like
you
Betty
know?
Cracker.
And it is, right? It is a sponge.
Mm-hmm.
And you put jam and you have coconut, desiccated coconut.
Desiccated. This coconut was absolutely desiccated.
And then you roll it all up and there's like a creamy filling in the centre. And by Jesus,
Sounds like a Swiss roll.
it's a bit like a Swiss roll. But by God, it's good.
Lovely stuff.
If you want to support this podcast and get a full ad-free episode, sign up to HeadStuff Plus.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
I was going through some lovely videos of CR's Video Vaults. Do you ever go to CR's Video Vaults on YouTube? He's a lad who just uploads a load of clips from RG Archive.
Oh, wonderful.
And some of them are quite lovely. This one here is the theft of 60 sheep on Mount Brandon,
stop.
County Kerry. It's amazed this man was put on television without subtitles because I think the majority of Irish citizens could not
understand,
translate what this man said. This man is the most Kerry man I think I've ever fucking heard.
I think I could. Wait till I see him.
Here we
Gardaí in County Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon.
Yeah.
One of the
Beautiful
farmers is
accent.
offering a reward
Gardaí.
for information
Gardaí.
in return of the ewes, which are worth thousands of euro.
Well, there's fine mesting them. There's riding, viewing them in. And you want them sight, fine mesting them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the mountain commonage.
First of all, I like how they almost kind of prepare you for the accent with a little appetizer accent.
It's kind of like the start of a rap song where there's no song yet and they're just speaking words. That's kind of what it is there.
The reporter, Sean McUnstiggy. How do you say that?
Machanishtig.
Machanishtig.
Is it? I can't see the word.
Oh yeah, Machanishtig. That's Machanishtig, isn't it?
It looks kind of
I've never heard that name before.
No.
So
I'd say it's McEntee.
the reporter has a very strong West of Ireland accent, but it does not prepare you for the farmer at all.
Ahead of lambing, he discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Possible at night, there'd be a full moon there about night, and it should be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about night, sure. Well, there was 45.
So what he said there was if there was a full moon, there'd be a good bit of light, and sure anyone could go up and rob 60 sheep. That's a mad statement in itself. You wouldn't even need a flashlight or a full moon.
No, if you had a full moon.
You could, unless you're a werewolf. Maybe there was a full moon, the werewolf could have eaten 60 sheep. I don't know how many werewolves. It's an amazing accent.
Listen, Mike, and the lambs and ewes and the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, like.
Do you think in that moment the reporter...
What the fuck was he saying?
Do you think in that moment the reporter even knows what he says? Like, how do you have a follow-up question when you have no idea?
You have no idea what the previous statement was.
What was just said?
Well, that's why they sent Machanishtig. They were like, do you speak Kerry mountain man? I'll give it all.
Mikey's next-door neighbour says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all.
This lad, by comparison, sounds like he could read the news.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's wild.
But difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and
Good dog.
go at night.
Have a good dog, go at night.
Moonshine night. Just put the dog around him. Put him on a trailer and walk him. And then probably somebody else to pick him up. Whoever is doing it knows what he's doing.
Whatever he's doing, it knows what he's doing.
So, obviously, the Rustler has a good dog as well. He mentions moonlight as well.
Yeah. Oh, but you're at the top of a mountain, right? So you're closer to the moon.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Genuinely.
You're nearly beside it. You could probably throw a stone on
You
it.
could absolutely.
You could throw a
tickle its
sausage onto the
chin.
moon.
Yeah.
Tickle its chin.
But like they're being, I think they're right in what they're saying there about the moonlight.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it would light up the whole mountain.
I blame the moon.
I blame
Now,
the
if I'm
moon.
honest, now I blame the moon. Because the moon's up there in the sky is providing free light for any rustlers that are coming in.
Yeah.
A load up the oars here.
Maybe the sheep tried to jump over it in the way the cow did.
Maybe the sheep is trying to jump over the moon and he's landing into another field or something. You never know.
The theft of livestock has become a serious problem across the country in recent years, causing significant financial loss and inflicting stress and trauma on farm families. Gardaí and Dingle said they're investigating the incident and a report has been submitted to the Department of Agriculture.
Do you notice that they both pronounce Gordy?
Gordy. Yeah.
I don't know anyone who says Gordy who's not working in news.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful accent. I was hanging out with a friend who, a new friend, who just arrived in the country, and he was like, so you have there's a different accent in Dublin and the rest of the country? And I was like, lad, there's a fucking different accent every 10 miles.
Yeah, completely. 10 minutes.
Sometimes, the accents are becoming a lot more homogenized, I suppose, with television and the internet. But I remember, like, when I was a kid, like, nearly every house had a different accent. You're like, the Shields talk one way, and then next door, the Tierneys have a totally different fucking accent.
Yeah, but that could also be where they're originally from. Like, say the Tierneys originally actually came from...
Where I'm from, nobody has ever... People have been living there for 400 years.
Okay.
Not a lot of...
Since the Big Bang. They've been there.
The Big Bang. Oh, it wasn't the flash, but the bang of it, you know?
No. Yeah.
Here's another video I thought you might enjoy. This is Jack Phelan from Troyswood, County Kilkenny, and he is the bee whisperer.
Oh, good God.
What are you doing out today now, eh?
So, just for a bit of context, he's talking to a bee.
He's talking to a bee. We can't see him.
So he's asking the bee.
It's just up close, zoomed in on a bee.
He's asking the bee, what's he doing out today? To be honest, I'd say they'd be nearly at the same crack every day.
Honey.
They're on the hunt. On the hunt for flowers.
For the honey.
Looking for pollen, baby.
But you know it's not spring yet, don't you? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. You're out for a bit of an
76-year-old Jack Phelan from Troyswood in Kilkenny has been keeping bees since he was 10. He doesn't know whether the bees hear him or not, but experts agree they're very susceptible to noise. Why would you talk to a bee?
My answer to that is, why do you talk to your dog? Or why do you talk to your horse? Or why do you talk to your cat?
He's right.
He's right there.
He's dead fucking right.
You can't argue with him there.
If you want to destroy anything, you do away with this environment or this food chain. And at the rate, present time, that we're destroying wild fauna.
Man, he was ahead of his time, that lad.
Yeah.
The bees are dying, lad.
They are.
And if the bees go, we're all fucked.
We're all fucked. The ecosystem is in tatters.
I've seen even I don't know, is it the Chinese, the Japanese, developing robot bees to pollinate. So you have robot bees taking over bee jobs. You have humans taking over human jobs. There'll be nothing left.
There's nothing left. Take me out back. Old Yeller style, to be honest. I don't want to be a part of it. It's just...
Imagine if you got stung by a robot bee.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't even know. Surely they wouldn't develop them to still be able to sting people.
Well,
if they're going that far
if you want to be accurate.
Fair, but...
You know?
But I don't know. I think... Look, and I understand he's right in one sense, but I do think there's a difference between talking to your dog and talking to a bee because, you know, your dog understands a certain amount of commands. It knows fetch, it knows give me the paw, it knows food.
Yeah, but Justine, who's to say that you couldn't train a bee? Roll over.
To fetch a ball.
Pick up a tiny stick. To fetch a tiny little ball bearing. Go on, Stingy. Go get the ball. Go on. Come back to me. Roll over.
The risk is too high that bee could be gone. Taken out, like the stick could take the bee out.
Well, you'd use a very small, maybe a hair or something. Bees communicate through dancing. Did you know that?
Yeah, they flirt that way.
They flirt. So I suppose if you did want to really communicate with a bee, you'd have to do a little dance. I don't know. Do they even have ears?
God, I don't know.
I
know very little about the bees.
Jamie, get up a picture of a bee's ears.
They kind of like they keep to themselves and I keep to myself. And that's kind of how me and the bees have coexisted.
You've always gotten on well with the bees.
You know, I let them do their thing. They let me do mine. I will say their pollen, however, and lack of picking it up is destroying my sinuses, as is evident by my voice right now.
So,
but is that to do with less bees? Possibly.
Less bees. They're not picking up the pollen. Pollen's going all over the place, hurting poor Justine.
There you go. That's what's going on. Stop killing the bees, lads.
Stop killing the bees, for fuck's sake. Here's one from CR's Video Vaults, which I highly recommend. Should pubs open late on a Sunday? This is County Wicklow, 1972.
Would you agree with an extra hour's drinking in the pubs on a Sunday night?
So, would you agree with an extra hours of drinking on a Sunday night?
Just an extra hour?
I don't want to meet a man who'd say no to that question.
No.
Open all night. All night long? All night long. Here. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's only
Incredible
days over the
jumper.
weekend. They're closed from 2 to 4 every Sunday. The extra hour wouldn't make much difference. Oh, I don't think so, no. Ruination of men altogether. That's drinking in pubs Sunday night.
Ruination of men.
Should be home with our missus.
Well, no, really, I think 10 o'clock is late enough on a Sunday night, to be honest with you.
It's a little child here.
They shouldn't be drinking late anyhow.
Sorry, they're just interviewing a child here.
Like, literally, what is he, like 9?
So the people that they've asked so far is like 4 or 5 men who look like they're big into pints. They're pint connoisseurs. They've got a big red face, a woolly Brillo pad hair. Then they interviewed a very old woman. Who said 10 o'clock is enough. You should be home. You should be home by 10:30 on a Sunday night. You've worked tomorrow, for fuck's sake. And then now they're interviewing an 11-year-old boy. See what he thinks.
Well, they shouldn't be drinking late anyhow. They're coming home drunk in cars and getting crashing.
Would you agree with the extra hours drinking in the pubs on a Sunday night? Would I agree with the extra hours drinking? No, I don't. Why not? Well, I think, first of all, there's enough time for drinking. There's too much money spent on drink.
Too much money spent on drink in 1972. Lad.
You had no idea.
You had
what was to
no
come.
idea. It was never as cheap.
You were living in the peak time of
You
it.
were living in a dream world.
You were. If we could swap now.
2 and 6 for a pint of Guinness.
And I bet hay fever barely affected anyone because the bees were out in force living their best life.
The bees were flying and the
pints
were
were flowing.
That's one of my reasons. And the other, I'm a pioneer and I'm against drinking altogether. Not altogether, but within reason. What? Too short of hours. Sunday night, close 10 past 10. Definitely. Too short of hours of Sunday night.
The lad that they're interviewing here, how would you describe that hair? It's like if you made like a Formula 1 helmet out of pubes. He's wearing a pubic helmet on his head, and he looks like he would be great crack in a pub.
Yeah, he could be in the Dubliners tribute band.
Yeah. He definitely
Would be fond of us.
He looks like if you took all the Dubliners and put them all together into one man.
And used all of their pubes collectively to build hair.
Let's see what he thinks.
I think it's long enough as it is. I agree with drinking all the time. Oh, but see, no wrong with it on Sunday night. You didn't say 10 o'clock is late enough. Oh, I don't think so. I think probably 11 o'clock would be all right for a Sunday night. Restaurants are open until later hours. If people want to get a drink, they can drink there. So the pubs might just...
Don't ask him. I don't want his opinion.
Now, is that an English man or is that a fancy Irish man?
Sounded English to me.
It did sound very English. But he made some good points. I think there'd be allowed to drink all night. Of course, I'll have a few scoops of the boys.
But what's the story currently?
Watch the GA match. I believe Meath is doing quite well this year.
They're playing Galway on Sunday. Anyway,
Meath are playing Galway. I'm going to get absolutely lashed out of it. I'm going to be steamboats, if you don't mind. Might go for a spiced bag after.
Yes, I've heard succulent dish. Currently, it's what? 11?
Currently,
or is it 12? It's 12.
No. I think it's 11:30 on a Sunday and 12:30 on a Saturday, 12:30 on a Friday.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember. It's a while since I worked in a pub.
It's definitely earlier on a Sunday, but like, it's not 10, is it?
They used to close down pubs at lunchtime.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think up until like late 80s, possibly even early 90s, because it was very common for people on their lunch break to go for a pint.
Yeah.
And
I
then
see nothing wrong with
have
this.
the second pint, and then you're looking to get the third one, and the barman's like, "No, go back to work." Like it was literally a law to make people leave the pub and go back to
Oh
work.
my God.
We were just so mad for pints. We could not be trusted
Jesus.
to go back to the job.
The only time I've ever like gotten pints and had still work in the afternoon, I would only max have 1 pint.
Yeah, he couldn't do more.
I wouldn't do even 2 because I'd be like, no. I have accounts to deal with.
Yeah, and plus that's just going to lead to sexual harassment. I don't want to see you traipsing around the office after 3 pints. God only knows what you'd be getting up to.
Where's the dog? Where's the doggy? Huh?
Justine, we've warned you about bringing stray dogs into the office.
I found a few doggies and I put them in a suit.
Where's that sexy lad who fixes the photocopier, huh? I'm going to put fucking jam in the photocopier and see will he come up and fix it.
What's the difference between jam and marmalade?
Justine, please stop talking to me. Here, I think the problem's on the ground there. Go down on your hands and knees. We'll get a good look at you.
Lovely stuff.
Okay, but no, in all seriousness, Kevin, right? You have to put down your predictions for who's win these matches. And I know you don't care, but I do.
Struggling to care.
All right?
So who's my options?
Right, so we have 4 quarterfinals, okay?
Right.
We have Tyrone versus Dublin. Who do you think's winning that quarterfinal?
Justine, I actually couldn't tell you.
All right.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Why? This is your thing. You tell me.
I'm going to guess Tyrone.
Dublin used to be a big, strong team.
They're still strong, Kevin.
And they had excellent facilities because they have loads of money.
They still do.
Yeah.
But the love isn't it? Now they won the hurling at the weekend. They bet Limerick.
You never see Dublin lads getting changed on the side of a football pitch.
No. There was a lot of controversy over the weekend because 2 of the Donegal players took a piss on the pitch. Look.
2 of them.
2 of them. You know when you're huddled around.
Were they having pints at lunchtime? When they're huddled around, yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them knelt down and just took it out the side of the short.
I have seen lads.
That's been done before.
I have seen GA lads before where they do, that stretch where you kind of go down on one knee and then you stretch out one leg and you grab your toe.
Yeah.
I seen a lad doing that, but then he like whipped the budgeen out of the side of the shorts and just squirted a bit.
Good Lord.
Like, I mean, what's your other option? Excuse me, sir, I have to go into the toilet.
Yeah, no, there's no alternative.
Can't do
but
that.
Problem is, where's the fucking justification then? Like, where's the fairness for
ladies football?
Yeah, completely. There's no consideration.
Well, you need to make a stand or make a squat. This is like the ladies football version of taking the knee. You need to take a squat. Have mass
Take
pissing.
the pee.
Take
the
pee.
knee. There's lots of options. We can figure it out. We can brainstorm later.
So would you be brave enough as a woman? Let's say you're playing football. Would you be brave enough to be the first woman to piss at a football match?
Not a chance.
No.
I'd get stage fright. It actually wouldn't happen for me.
Yeah, even Lisa Simpson wouldn't pull a move like that.
No, exactly.
Or
what would Lisa Simpson
Mary Robinson
do? What would Lisa? Yeah.
Would Mary Robinson? If Mary Robinson played football in her day, would she be brave enough to squat on the 40-yard line and piddle? I think she has too much dignity.
I think so. Yeah, it says more about the fellas. There's no class.
This is the problem. It's hard to make a stand because it's such an undignified act.
Yes.
But at the same time, equality is equality, Justine. If you are a female footballer, please get in touch and tell us, would you piss on the pitch during a match?
You have 2 options. Either allow it both ways or you get the lads to fucking stop.
Yeah. I mean, the safest option really is to have the lads stop pissing.
Yeah, I did. That would be my option.
Stop pissing in front of families.
Yeah.
Literally, you couldn't be more exposed. You're at the centre of a pitch surrounded by a huge stadium of people looking directly at you.
Jesus. It's a bit of a show-off move to be like, I don't get stage fright, actually. I'm grand.
God, I literally could piss in front of 20,000 people.
Could you?
No.
Not a chance in hell.
I find it hard to piss in front of 2 men.
Yeah. Even when sometimes performers piss themselves on stage, I'm like, how did you do that?
How'd you do that?
The stage
I'd
fright
be too
get
nervous.
to me. Yeah. Oh, Mabel. You're built differently.
Built differently now.
But anyway, I think Tyrone are going to beat Dublin. Now, both very strong teams. Both had a great season, but Dublin didn't perform the way they have in previous years. And they've lost matches. Mead bet them, all right? So I think Tyrone are going to win that. Now, we have Galway versus Meath. That's obviously the one that has my interest peaked. I want to put my heart in Meath to win this, but I am
You want to
nervous.
put your heart in heart on Meath. Do you want to have another go at that?
My heart of hearts.
The heart of hearts.
In Meath to win this, but I'm concerned. But I am going to go in, I'm going to go to the match, and I'm going to go in positive to think Meath can do this. And I do think, against Galway, out of this lineup...
Would you sabotage Galway?
No.
I heard like a way to sabotage a greyhound race. Obviously, you can't... I think the dogs are tested for drugs.
Yeah.
So you can't like drug a dog. You can't give a dog ketamine or something, or hash.
Or Panadol.
Or something to make him sleepy. But if you give a dog Weetabix,
oh yeah,
it doesn't show up in the test and it makes him very sluggish.
Yes.
So if you want to
Is it
sabotage,
called flapping? There's a term they call it in greyhound racing where you sabotage a dog.
I don't know. I've no idea.
So I've heard another one where you actually have it. This was before
Is
they
it
were
called
all
sandbagging? No.
Sandbagging.
No, I think sandbagging is
Weetabixing.
Weetabixing. But apparently, yeah, my friend told me that. It's like, if you ever want to slow down a greyhound before a big race, give him Weetabix. It doesn't show up in the drug test. And it makes the dog very slow.
That and lemonade was the other one because the carbonation destroys their stomach, gassy. But
now, we're not condoning.
We're absolutely not.
This to be honest, sounds like dogs abuse.
Completely, and I want no involvement in
And you
greyhound
love
racing.
dogs.
But another thing apparently that used to happen before they brought in microchip and all, you would have 2 twin greyhounds and you would train the one all week and that wouldn't be the one registered. So you'd put in the weaker dog.
That's what sandbagging is.
That's what sandbagging is.
That's
okay.
sandbagging, I think.
I have it in my head that it's flapping or...
Sandbagging is when you...
But that's all gone. This is years and years ago.
You make yourself look less strong than what you actually are, I think.
Hustling.
Hustling is all it is.
Hustling. Yeah.
So you have to find twin greyhounds.
Yeah.
Which obviously identical twins.
Yeah.
You can't have one lad who looks different.
No.
He has to look identical.
Look and be red. Yeah. So they think it was the same dog all along.
Interesting.
Sorry, just this is a sidetrack, but Kevin, this blew my mind when I figured this out during the week. Did you know a woman?
A woman? A bitch of a woman.
Can have twins where both twin has a different father. Did you know that?
I mean, I don't want to get into the circumstances that created this situation. Is this a Pornhub?
No.
section?
I'll tell you where it was because I've been sick. I was watching Netflix and it's this series, Secret of Lies, and it's a woman and her husband. They're trying to have a baby, but then anyway, he's been cheating on her, so she leaves him that afternoon and she goes out and meets a fella on the town that night trying to cheer herself up. So that's how it happened.
Right.
So it was in the same. So it's when your 2 eggs are released instead of 1.
Okay.
It's such a rare thing, but it's an actual true thing that can happen.
Now, how close?
Within a day. I think it's that 2 eggs were released in 24 hours.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's pretty much...
Or
Now, it can be up to 3 days.
Ideally, to be safe, you don't do them at the same time. Tag team job.
What a wild situation to be in.
They could be a completely different race.
How do you sit down your twins to tell them, hey...
Hey, hello, Carlos and Finton.
I'm sure you're probably wondering.
Do you remember the World Cup? Well, we were celebrating heavily. We got knocked out very late, so we were in a great humour.
Lovely stuff.
The big news yesterday, as of the recording of this episode, on the Facebook page Skerry's News.
Oh, yeah.
There was a post made, and the post was, "Good luck to all participating athletes in the Skerry's Triathlon today. The temporary road closures are now in place. The cycle route goes along Balbriggan Road. For full details, see www.pornhub.com/view_video.
Yeah.
The video that he attached, I assume it's a he, the video that he attached was, "I punished my stepsister by impregnating her and she moaned like a pervert."
Oh no.
I'll read that again. So, information on the road closures for the Skerry's Triathlon was a video titled, "I punished stepsister by impregnating her and she moaned like a pervert." I find it.
Oh, no.
I find the use of the word pervert very funny because you rarely like hear of women perverts.
Yeah.
When you hear pervert, you immediately think man.
Yeah.
But like, so on a man moaning like a pervert, I'll be like, "Ugh." So the idea of impregnating your stepsister as some form of punishment, and then she just goes, "Ah." Like Christ of Almighty. The first comment was, I think you might have the wrong link attached. And then underneath Helen says, strange link for details. With a sort of a worried, confused, that thoughtful emoji.
My mother uses that for everything and she doesn't agree what it means. She's like,
Oh Lord. Yeah, so that is he's not having a great week.
No.
He is not having a great week.
But do you think, like that link that he included, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that was just something that came up and then I clicked on, like it wasn't something that he was watching. Because I can't bring myself to think that.
Here's the only way that would work. He would have had to copy the link, and it was in his copied section of the phone. There's no way, unless it was sabotage, where somebody sent him a link and they're like, here, by the way, here's the link to the...
They could have sent it as a bit.ly.
As a what?
You know, a bit.ly link. A bit.ly link will take any link and shorten it, but it just makes it that says it starts with bit.ly. So you don't actually see what...
No. You can see it says pornhub.com.
Okay. God, I'm trying to help this guy out. I'm really trying.
Well, look at... I hope he's fine. I hope he gets through this. I hope he's got a very...
Hope he gets punished.
Hope he's got... Maybe this is his kink. Is like, I want to be shamed by Joe.ie.
No. There's a whole world out there I know nothing about, Kevin. Even when you read that headline, it's deeply upsetting.
It's a deeply upsetting video.
Oh, I don't want to ever even see the thumbnail.
No. Out of
No.
all the types of porn to watch,
horrific. That's fucking horrific.
It's pretty low.
Oh, that makes me sad.
What is the fucking thing? Apparently Ireland, well, the world as well, one of the highest search engines now is fucking like stepsisters.
Stepsisters?
What is the thing with stepsisters?
Oh, right.
My stepsister is getting changed.
Kevin, I just look at dogs in suits.
That's your kink?
No, it's just cute. Don't do any of that crack. No, that's not for me at all. Stepsisters, what you talking
So
about?
here's how Ireland's most searched for porn terms compared to the Brits. So first place in the UK was MILF.
In the UK.
Followed by lesbian.
Okay.
So the top two spots are MILF and lesbian. Let's go through the whole English one. Number 1, MILF. Number 2, lesbian. Number 3, British. God, they're so
Good
literally in love
God.
with themselves.
Just
in love with themselves. Number 4, Indian. I assume of India, not like of Native American. They're not watching Native American porn.
Yeah, I hope not. That would be...
Then anal, of course. Very popular.
Yeah.
Threesome.
Yeah, right.
It's fairly standard. Big ass.
All right.
Now, big ass is down a point from the previous year.
No.
Up 6 points is joy.
Joy?
I don't know what that means. J-O-I.
Joy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, hand job.
No, it's not, is it?
I think it's just masturbating, yeah.
Then hentai, which is sort of cartoon
cartoony,
porn.
yeah.
You'd be into that with Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that. Then massage.
Jesus, that calmed down fairly quick.
Then Asian. Then big tits.
Big tits.
That's down 3 points. People aren't as into big tits as they used to
Yeah,
be.
that's a great thing for me to hear.
Up 7 points, Latina.
Okay.
And then at the very bottom, up 3 points, cream pie.
Cream pie. Yeah, keep it old school, keep it classic.
So there you go. So the big winners of last year, let me just go through that.
The MILFs have done it again.
Anal, Joy and Latina, both up at least 6 points, with Latina at 7 points. And cream pie coming in at a close second with 3 points. It's just sports. I don't mind analysis. It's just sports. I don't have really much interest in.
Yeah.
Now, what is Ireland's one? Oh my God, you're not going to like this.
Oh no.
Top.
Huge tits.
Top.
The biggest tits.
Top search porns in Ireland. Let's go from the bottom.
Okay.
Also, cream pie.
Okay.
Although I think people might actually be looking for like
Yeah,
tarts recipes,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I'm going to give Irish benefit of the doubt.
Completely, yeah, bakery.
They're just looking for. In fact,
A bit of catering.
we shouldn't call that cream pie. We should call it tart.
It's or a cream horn.
What?
You know the cream horns?
No.
Oh, God.
The cream horn. Then we got Latina.
Okay.
Then amateur.
Oh, right.
That's
I like
probably
that.
because we are such big fans of the GAA.
Yeah.
That we don't respect professionals. We want people who are in it just for the love of the game.
Completely.
Then big tits, of course.
Right.
POV.
Oh, right, yeah. So they're holding the camera.
That's where you strap a GoPro to your head of your lad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then big ass. Then joy.
Yeah.
You have to look. Is that definitely hand job?
I think that's hand job, I think.
Then actually quite similar. Threesome, lesbian. Then Irish. Oh, wow. Irish people are actually looking up Irish porn. Well, support your own.
Yeah.
I hope it has like a guaranteed Irish, the GI.
Yeah, down in the back.
list.
GI.
Aisling copybook porn. And then in at number 1, miles ahead of everyone else, MILF. Now, does that make sense to you? We do love our mother. We've got a big love of Irish mammies.
Be honest with you.
Yes.
Please
do.
I will. I don't fully believe that Pornhub gives out the exact figures of what things are, and I think they are way too similar to the UK. Bar they've changed Ireland and Britain. I think that's all generic shite. I don't believe they're the actual.
Do you think so?
I do. I really do. Because they develop these things because they want to put them out there to build marketing and advertising towards their site.
Fair enough.
And I just don't believe that those two pages could be that similar of what we've looked up. I really don't.
Where do you think Ireland ranks in terms of watching porn in worldwide?
Jesus, it's great that you've asked someone who's never watched it. So I've got the no. Okay, so is this on a scale of out of how many?
This is just like in a scale of like, I assume it's sort of per capita.
Is it done by, yeah.
So yeah, just on the world stage, are we number 1? Are we number 10? Or number 30? Number 40? Number 50?
I would say 17.
41st.
Thank God.
Yeah, Ireland ranks 41st worldwide in terms of watching porn.
And where does Britain rank?
Doesn't say. Trending searches in Ireland. Number 1, real British MILF.
Sorry, number 1 in Ireland.
Number 2, oiled up.
You see, this is bullshit. Like they're giving you nonsense here. That's completely different to what we just read.
Number 5, British blonde.
That's coming up in Ireland.
Yeah.
Is it fuck?
Yes, Justine, I'm telling you.
That's not true.
Look at De Valera's Ireland is dead and gone. We have moved on. 800 years is a long time. Or it's a long time since the 800 years.
I just believe that's not true.
Okay, well, look, if you're a pervert and you'd like to get in touch with us and tell us what you are humming the job to,
do.
Please do get in touch. Do you think those stats are correct, or do you think they are?
I think where they're saying where we stand on the figure. I just think the answers they're giving for search terms. They do this every year. They release it, and it's to get people to share it and be like, "Jeez, look what we were searching up." But that is way too similar. Only that I've seen the comparison of Ireland versus.
We're
Britain
very similar cultures, Justine. Ireland and England, very similar.
I just don't think cream pie is also a term that people would ever be searching that frequently.
We need to be creating our own Irish porn, homegrown, amateur stuff, and we need to start calling it apple tart.
Because fingering surely would be searched a lot higher than cream pie would be, or hand job.
Joy. Yeah. Well, we have just reached the end of our chat. What a beautiful note to end on. Justine calling for a reshuffle, a cabinet reshuffle of Irish Pornhub search terms. We're also
experiment, lads. Live a little.
We've also got bonus episodes.
Oh, yes.
We got a lot of responses back from last week's episode where we compared biscuits to Irish celebrities.
Yeah.
And a huge response from people who want more of that type of thing.
And it got very heated. We took it very seriously.
Did get heated. We didn't talk for a week after it.
No.
We just needed a cool down after the Francis Brennan pink snack debacle.
Which, Hilary, can I just say, was completely on my side, but I was like, Grant, all is well.
Yes, very, very true. There'll be a link to that in the description. Big thank you to Hilary, our producer.
Yes.
To Damo Dagger for providing our theme tune.
Yes.
Anything else you have to add, Justine?
Best of luck to me on Sunday in the quarterfinals.
Yes, best of luck, Meath. Hope you do so well in the football match.
Please light a candle.
Light a candle. Yeah. Bury your child of Prague. Donate money.
And hello to my dog, Juno.
Okay.
I'm like on the den here.
And if you see a bee, talk to it.
Give it a wink. Give it a wave.
Give it a dance.
Ask how its day's going.
How are you doing, bee?
You never know.
My name's Kevin Garn.
I'm Justine Stafford.
We'll see you all again next week.
Good luck.
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.